Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. And with the team skins finally arriving here into Call of Duty Vanguard, the OpTic guys certainly have mixed opinions on what they think about this year's rendition of the skins. But also, Rambo revealing that Dashy has had to suffer an internal fine for not turning up to scrims on time so far. Very much intrigued to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. Really upset the channel. Algorithm loves it as well. Thank you very much indeed for doing that. Firstly, this from Crone because, well, the CDL clearly don't want to do this stuff. Last year they talked about Rookies of the Year on stream, never did an official award or anything, but yeah, Crone is actually doing a rookie ladder this year. I don't know who else is voting. He asks me to do some voting in this. I think I still put Sib number 1 in this, Gizmo number 2, then Pred number 3, just because I weight at land performances quite highly, and Sib at the Kickoff Classic was very strong. The first couple of events of the season as well, first couple of matches they played were like Sib was out of control. The last 2 games though, Sib and Pred have fallen off significantly, so I mean Gizmo being number 1 I don't mind at all, but I think the performances this major are going to sway this kind of ranking a fair bit as well. Like, I'm pretty sure there's 7 rookies this year technically, with Nasty, Capsule, Nero, and Davpaddy, I guess, also in the mix. But yeah, things I'm sure along these lines are going to change as we go forwards. This also, as Trek point out, they have a ranked play update in the works. There are things still in ranked play right now that aren't perfect. Generally, people seem to be having a pretty good time. Addressed an issue where the winning team can occasionally lose skill rating. So yeah, obviously that's not ideal. Seemingly they fixed that one, but also they'll be adjusting the map and mode waiting for a better balance across ranked play matches. So I guess they think that maybe some people are getting too much search and destroy or control or whatever the case might be. But yeah, maybe they're fixing this one. Let's look at some of these team packs then. So as Chrome points out, Call of Duty League team packs finally live, $9.99. Boston Breach added sometime in the future because seemingly they can't do that. So yes, this came out last year, like I'm pretty sure when the league launched. This may have been out slightly earlier if it had been the case that well, season 2 didn't get delayed or whatever. So it's basically copy and paste from last year. Like the frustrating part to me is that, okay, these packs, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Like some people might say they look better than last year. I think they probably look worse, to be honest. But I mean, look, it's just copy and paste. Like there's a funny clip I'll share for you guys with Shotzi in a second, where he kind of looked at the OpTic one and the New York one. And he's like, damn, these look kind of similar. And it's like, yeah, they are literally copy and pasted, but with different colors. Like, and it's the same with the camos. It's just frustrating how low effort these are. Like, surely you'd want, I don't know, like if you're Activision, right, and the developers, surely you want these camos to be good so that people buy them. I don't really get the idea. Like, okay, the camos maybe are marginally better than last year, but some of them are just particularly boring, and they're all copy and paste. Like, I don't know how long it took to design the actual skin concept, right? Maybe it took a few hours of design work to actually make the camo, and then you just copy and paste it, the color scheme, for every single team. It's just so frustrating. These could be so cool. These should be, in my opinion, like, and surely the CDL is an important product to Activision. Like, surely these should be way better, and like, people actually want to buy these that are outside of, well, fans of the league. I don't really know, but I mean, like, I'm not sure if I had nothing to do with the Call of Duty League, and I didn't care at all, that I'd see these camos and packs and think, okay, damn, that's pretty good. Like, I just think, okay, these are pretty boring. I'll spend my money on the actual cool ones that are in the game as well. You could make these dynamic, you could do so much stuff, but for whatever reason, they don't seem to want to do it, and the teams themselves get no say in this stuff. They literally did not know what these camos look like. I mean, like, they kind of go through the camos right here. We looked at a few days ago, but I mean, it's the actual team, well, it's the team packs, right, and the way these guys look that isn't particularly spectacular. Last year, I honestly think they might look kind of better, to be honest, but the organization seems to have no impact at all on what these actually look like. And there was also this issue, which apparently has now been fixed, where if you bought the Mutineers one, I hope you guys didn't suffer from this, but it's very likely you did. If you bought a Mutineers one or a Ravens one, they would just give you the opposite actual pack in the game. So for whatever reason, that was coded wrong, and I think they've fixed this now, but the problem is that if you actually did that, I'm not sure how they're going to figure out how to give you the right one. Maybe they can do it, but I mean, look, we shall see, because as I will say, CDL Team Packs now grant the purchase of the correct item, so congratulations. Like, never been an issue before, but somehow was an issue this time. We're still working on a solution to retroactively grant players who already purchased these packs their actual items. So hopefully they can figure that one out sooner rather than later. But yeah, that's the thing. In 2015, when these really first came into the game back in Advanced Warfare, this of course Sledgehammer's game as well. Like, look, these were really cool. The exosuits that you had, like, of course you had the team logo and stuff on the thing. Of course, nowadays we also have that. But have we really gone in a positive direction? Like, it seems we've, if anything, regressed, right? And it's kind of frustrating to see, especially because as Hastro says this from the OpTic side, the new OpTic Texas team backing card is pretty sweet. We really should be able to have Hex just create the artwork behind these and have them in game, or at least some sort of artist could actually come up with this stuff. Publishers have the power to enable creativity from their community by connecting monetization to artists. Why not do it? A very good question, because other leagues and other esports do this. For example, Rainbow Six, Lionman designed a weapon camera. I can actually, I guess, just bring this up and you guys can see what it looks like. But I mean, they actually designed a weapon camera. I'm pretty sure this one right here, that Lionman designed this in Photoshop or whatever, and then they rendered it digitally into the game. This was for the Chiefs. It looks really cool. I'm sure they could do this if they really wanted to, not just for the weapon camos, but also for the teams themselves, right? And the team packs, because yeah, I'm just not overly impressed. It's the same as last year, but I mean, yeah, we don't even have the team logo on the gun. Like, yes, you can put the stickers on, but like, come on, man. Like, surely we should be improving, trying to improve year on year, whereas now it's just, okay, let's just do the same as last year with a slightly different design and then copy and paste the colors. Especially because the Halo side is doing exactly what I just mentioned, where the OpTic Halo camo is coming very soon. The teams, I believe, were very involved in how they designed their own team skins, and that makes them pretty much the most prized skins in the entire game are the esports skins. In Call of Duty, that's not the case at all, and like, you know, no one who doesn't really follow the Call of Duty League is going to look at these skins and think, wow, that's pretty cool, which surely is the end goal of this type of stuff. So I'll share some real feedback here from the OpTic guys about what they thought about the skins. Like, there was some positivity, but yeah, Rambo and Shotzi especially were saying, look, this camo certainly leaves a fair bit to be desired.
Our suits kind of look the same, dude. Like the New York one and the OpTic.
They all kind of like have the same theme, dude. It's just literally the same thing, just with the colors.
Yeah, I'm Mars then, dude.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yo, peep, Ray.
That's pretty dope. That looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's fire.
Bro, that helmet, dude. That helmet's just massive, bro.
Got a big old noggin.
Definitely giving him some headshot multiplier or something, bro.
And this camo, I mean, it's...
Yeah, I think gun cams could definitely be better. I think the suits are dope, but
it could be better. I don't know about the suit though, dude. I just feel clunky with this.
Stop it. He's just like, he sees his hand having gloves on. He's like, oh my god, my hands have gloves on.
Dude, watch. Like, I can just tell, dude. No. My movement there is just like, watch. You will be able to tell. Just look at your glove compared to your gun. Watch. You'll start tweaking. I'm at casing, dude. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, dude. That's why I don't put, dude. That's why I don't like skins. That's why I don't like any of that, dude. I think they're cool, but that's why I like just play with the regular stuff. All right, look at your gun, and now look at your glove.
What's wrong with What's wrong with the glove?
You just
tell me this doesn't look right.
You're just a hater, bro.
What's wrong with it? Yo, Ray's helmet. Yo,
I'm ready, bro. I'm going to battle.
You gotta switch that.
There was also an interesting clip that came out yesterday from Rambo's stream when he talked about the Dashy situation so far this season, because I believe there was a vlog from Hex like towards the start of the year where he was talking to Rambo saying, look, if Dashy's late or if any of these guys are late, like, don't be afraid to dish out some fines. And I believe there was even some talk about the fact that, like, if Dashy's late or something, he's gonna owe Scub a steak dinner or something. Now, Dashy certainly had some word to say that this year things are different, right? And the attitude problems that some people have talked about the last couple of years aren't coming this time around. But, you know, Rambo was very clear that, like, look, if he ever is late, we're gonna dish out some fines, make sure that everyone's turning up on time, putting the maximum in. And well, Rambo goes on to say here in a second in this clip that we'll share from his stream that, look, Dashy's a great teammate. The issues that he thought this team was going to have coming in, based on the rumors and the stuff that was going around, haven't really come to fruition. But at the same time, Dashy has still been late on occasion, and there has been one particular instance where he did have to hand out a fine as a result.
I know the perception of Dashy has been one that isn't the most uplifting. Has you experienced? Yes. Dude, the perception, I had like weird expectations going in because of what everyone says. Most of what people say is not necessarily true. So that's people need to chill out on Brandon. He has been late a few times, so that's what I heard of that before, and that's definitely been true. And he's been fined once, so and I don't mind making that public. But nah, he's not anywhere like his image from the outside has been overblown into like proportions that isn't anywhere near what he is as a person. He's a great teammate after all, so that's really what matters to me.
To me, this just seems like pretty good management from the Rambo side, and the way, like, okay, Dashy, like, yeah, he does have a history maybe of coming a little bit later to practice and stuff like this. So, like, if you just say, look, we're going to find you as a result, do that internally, then, I mean, look, then he's going to turn up on time going forward, right? And it seems like Dashy and the rest of the guys have obviously been putting an awful lot of time in as of late. Illy was talking about, and Form was talking about, that they were, you know, grinding Search and Destroy, sitting in games on their own, putting in the work. Well, I think it's certainly a good sign for OpTic. There's also was some talk yesterday, we'll actually have a look at it in a second, where OpTic should be in terms of tier list and power rankings. And well, some people are putting them very high indeed based on their performance the last couple of weeks, but also what we've seen from these guys behind the scenes, which seems to have taken a step here in the right direction. This then is the tier list that the Flank come up with last night, going into Major 1. I think this is quite interesting. I don't think this is that far away from reality, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily bang on the money. I mean, look, the bottom tiers I think are pretty reasonable. Minnesota and Los Angeles Guerrillas, you might be able to switch around just because Minnesota did beat LAG, right? They beat them 3-2, but I mean, still, LAG arguably should have won that series 3-1. They kind of choked that Berlin hardpoint. The top 6, I think, have to be the top 6 in some order, but I think it's quite interesting that FaZe aren't in their own tier, because right now it seems to me that FaZe have kind of separated themselves to some degree. You certainly can argue OpTic could be up there as well. Aches was definitely giving that argument, and yes, they were only 2 round 11s away from being 5-0. You could well argue they shouldn't have even been in those situations, right? And of course, they lost them at the end of the day. FaZe weren't even in those kind of situations. They won all their series 3-1 or better, apart from the Paris Legion one, where they won the game 5 comfortably anyway, when they were looking nowhere near as good as they look right now. So to me, I think FaZe is in a tier of their own. You've then got to decide what happens below that. Ultra, to me, I wouldn't drop down 2 tiers. I think that it's probably fair enough what they've done here, but I would put them probably at the lower half of the A+ tier as they've described it right here. OpTic to me would be either behind Thieves or ahead of Thieves. Probably I'd say Thieves are number 2 right now just because of their hardpoint. Until proven otherwise, I think I'd put Thieves ahead of OpTic. They did beat them in the Kickoff Classic, right? So for me, I think it would be FaZe alone in the S tier, at least for now, then in the A+ tier, LA Thieves, then OpTic, then I'd put London Royal Ravens. I'm not really sure why London gets disrespected right here. Of course, like, they haven't proved that much on LAN as of yet, which I guess is what the guys are waiting to see. But to me, I think London would also be in that A+ tier. They are 4-1. They looked great. They beat OpTic. To me, I think that I'd put OpTic maybe slightly ahead of London, just because I think that, you know, if OpTic play as they are doing now, not how they were when they played London, they probably would win that series. But for me, it goes FaZe in the S tier, then LA Thieves, then OpTic, then probably London, then Ultra in the A+ tier. Surge I might even chuck in there as well, just behind Ultra or at the top of the next tier, and maybe bring some of the other teams up. But definitely intrigued to your perspective on that one in the comment section below. And just to finish off with this from the Los Angeles Thieves, I thought was pretty cool. They've placed QR codes apparently in 4 iconic locations around the city. And well, these are the 4 locations, I guess I'll just go through. The Grand Central Market, we've got, we've got the Santa Monica Pier, and then, well, if you guys are local, I guess you can actually, I guess, check it out. LACMA, whatever exactly this is, and then, well, I guess the compound itself. If you find them and tweet them a photo, you get to win some merch for the upcoming major. But very much intrigued to your thoughts and all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit on the like button. Tell the YouTube gods it's a good video, and I'd like you should see it as well. And I've grown the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.